Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about the cavitation and more in detail what is the hydrodynamic cavitation. So let us first understand why this cavitation nowadays becoming more important for conducting chemical reactions or even other reactions. So let us first understand what are the different types of cavitation and what is actually cavitation. So cavitation is nothing but the phenomenon where the idea is that there is a generation of some radicals and that radical help to initiate the reactions in a fast way. So basically cavitation has a four types. One is the particle cavitation, another is the optical cavitation, and third one is the ultrasonication or cavitation due to ultrasonic waves, and fourth one is the hydrodynamic cavitation. So I am going to explain more in detail about the hydrodynamic cavitation. Basically hydrodynamic cavitation is a physico-chemical process in which formation of the cavities or bubbles due to sudden reduction of pressure below the vapor pressure of liquid, and consequently there is a generation of bubbles due to such drastic sudden pressure drop, and as again pressure started to recover slightly and generated bubbles started to collapse due to increase in pressure, and overall this phenomenon is called as a hydrodynamic cavitation. Due to this sudden collapsation of bubbles, there is a increased localized high temperature and high pressure, and due to which there is a generation of hydroxyl radicals or any type of radical. But if you say water, and if you are passing water through any pipe or tube and you made a provision in a such a way that there is a hydrodynamic cavitation device which reduce the pressure of the flow below the vapor pressure of liquid, and consequently generation of cavities, and as pressure started to recover, that generated cavities started to collapse and there is a generation of hydroxyl radicals, and that hydroxyl radical react with the impurities or react with the any reactant present in your system, and in this way you can continue your reaction without using any external supplies of chemicals. So this is the basically the principle of hydrodynamic cavitation. And in ultrasonication the more or less similar phenomenon is happen, but it is not due to the mechanical provision. In hydrodynamic cavitation, this cavitation is happened due to the mechanical restrictions like orifice or venturi or new device called as a vortex diode or any other devices. So it is the mechanical provision which restrict your flow, and due to which reduction of pressure and all the next processes take place, and it comes under hydrodynamic cavitation. But normal ultrasonication based cavitation, it is the cavitation happen due to the reduction of pressure of ultrasonication waves, and there is also a generation of radicals but in a small scale. So when you want to conduct the reaction on large scale, then you need to find out the way by which you can conduct the reaction on large scale, because ultrasonication is little bit costly process, and if you want to do cavitation using ultrasonication, then it is good for small scale or laboratory experiment. But when you want to conduct in industries or large application or in a bulk application, that time I would recommend the hydrodynamic cavitation, and just only need to make provision for reduction of pressure and also need to make provision increase on pressure. So first you reduce the pressure and then increase the pressure, and due to which you can generate the radicals. This is the overall process hydrodynamic cavitation, where you can use this cavitation principle. So this cavitation can be used first for cleaning of your glasswares or cleaning in place of your pipings, tubings involved in chemical factory, pharmaceutical factory. Second, you can use for conducting radical based reactions. It means in this cavitation process you are going to generate in situ radicals without providing any external chemicals. So you can conduct any type of radical based reaction using this cavitation. Basically now normally this cavitation is recommended so far for water treatment or wastewater treatment, and it is proved that it is a very effective for water treatment, in wastewater treatment, sewage water treatment, and also in a drinking water treatment. So so far today is a very good evidences that cavitation works very well for water treatment, but now the trend is that to look for other application also. So like sulfur removal using hydrodynamic cavitation, which is my expertise. Then similarly nitrogen removal from water or conduct any oxidation reactions using cavitation. This is also a trend nowadays. So lot of applications are going to be explored using this hydrodynamic cavitation or cavitation. Just only need to define what exactly pressure you want, because in hydrodynamic cavitation the most important parameter is your pressure. Then second parameter is what is the initial concentration of your pollutant or any impurity you want to remove, or any reactant you want to conduct the reaction on that reactant. So that is also one important parameter. Once you optimize the pressure for your particular system, and then you define the initial concentration of your pollutant, and on that basis you can generate a good amount of radicals, and you can also study the kinetics of that reaction, how it is going, how much time it is taking, and what are the benefits you are getting. Is it really giving you an output which is the expected in radical based reaction? That need to be verified. Apart from that, I will say this cavitation itself is one of the mixing process, so you can consider it as one of the mixer also. Here good mass transfer and good heat transfer is taken place, because when you constrict the flow and when you expand the flow, in that process there is a local level mixing of your solution, so it increase your mass transfer and heat transfer of the reaction. That is also one advantage of this cavitation based processes. So I would recommend you, if you get time, go through my research papers which are basically on the hydrodynamic cavitation using basically on the sulfur removal of pollutant using hydrodynamic cavitation. So that's all for today's talk. Thank you very much.